Hey partners, today we're going to look at my movie accurate potato head and compare him with the Toy Story collection potato head. Let's get into it.
You're watching Today I Grew Up.
Hey partners, most of my views come from non-subscribers, so please consider subscribing today. Hit that alert so you'll be notified for future videos. It helps me as I'm on my way to 100,000 subs this year. Really appreciate it. Well partner, welcome to my new series where I will periodically make these videos where I compare my movie accurate with Toy Story collection toys just to look and talk about the differences. My favorite part about this collection potato head is he has Don Rickles' voice. He passed away, rest in peace, but he did a great job voicing Potato Head, and I love that he's memorialized inside of this electronic. So when his batteries work and he's working, you can hear his voice just like we do in the film, and that's very special to me. So I always will keep one like this without modding it because I feel like it is a very special toy that we got from the Toy Story collection. Although it's not movie accurate, it's still an amazing toy. Starting with the hats, on collection Potato Head, it is got a little sensor in there because it pops off once you yell at him. And then my movie accurate one is a suction hat. I actually got this in a bucket of potato heads from 1987, and I like it because there's no peg, it's just a suction. That's how it works. It gets stuck on his head because it's a suction cup type thing. And then this one has some holes in it, which I don't like, but you know, the glossy finish is pretty nice. I prefer it obviously over the collection one, but those are the differences between the hats. But they did a good job at Thinkway because the hats pretty much look identical to what Play School had released, except for it's got the sensor and a place to peg that on the top of his head. So those are the differences I saw between my 1987 suction hat and Thinkway Toys hat. Now moving on to the eyebrows and the eyes. Here on collection, very easy. It all comes from one sensor, one peg that goes to one side. It is designed so if you want to do, hey Ham, look, I'm Picasso. They have another one so you can kind of offset the pieces if you'd like. That was a fun option that Thinkway Toys offered, you know, but I wish they had two separate eyes and two separate eyebrows to do something like that. Here on my movie accurate one, obviously it is modded from the Blind Squirrel Props. It's called Blind Squirrel Props from Etsy is where I found these eyes. It was $20 I think for the kit. It did come with a Play School peg. I just glued it really tight so it doesn't come off. And then this is a sticker decal. It's black, so that's how the people was done. So this part is a sticker. And that's how we made Miss Potato Head's eyes on this one. So as we go, I'm taking all of the parts off so that we can compare the bodies later. But there are the eyes. And then also I didn't mention that the collection version actually came with angry eyes. And if you want to swap out the angry mouth, you could do that, which is a really fun expression, which I don't have on this. I could make some angry eyes for him. I just have not made that yet. And also I would have to get different eyebrows because these I temporarily glued on. And I could take them off without damaging it. But yeah, it's something I would do in the future. But collection version was really cool because not only did it come with regular eyes, it came with his angry eyes, which is really, really funny. I got the ears and I modified the peg on here. There's a magnet in there because I was first doing a magnetic thing, but I just changed my mind. This is actually a collection ear, and this is also a collection ear, but this is the modded peg to accommodate the movie accurate potato head. And this peg is a special one, which is because the holes on the collection version are different. They're not like a peg like this. They are a different shape. So, but these are exactly the same because this is collection ears that I modified, and these are collection ears that you get from Thinkway Toys. So as you see, the hole shapes are different. Movie accurate is just a round one, and collection has got a hexagon shape, so that's why it is a different kind of peg. Now the arms. You're looking at some bendy arms from 1987. I got them in a collection bucket, but it didn't come with regular pegs because it came kind of sealed in the body like this for the old toy. So I had to break it and take it off, saw off the extra part because it was just this big plastic thing holding it in. And then I had to modify the peg because it didn't have a peg. So I super glued and hot glued this peg so it's never going to come off. Put a lot of glue. and now I'm able to put it in Mr. Potato Head and take it out just like the movie. So these is a custom job. And the Thinkway Toys arm we got is naturally curved. That's one thing I wish they could have done, made it flexible. This is obviously very flexible. This one is not. It is just curved, hard plastic. This also has the hexagon peg because it is a collection version and that's what they used. That's something interesting, is that this arm is fixed. You can't bend it, but obviously the bendy arm I like better because you can bend it. This mechanism is interesting because it is a hexagon too. If I really wanted to, I could force this piece out to come out, but I don't really want to do that because I want to keep it on. Now on the modded one, I actually used a collection nose, but I had to modify the peg. So as you can see, I used the same collection nose. Obviously the mechanisms are different because there's a hexagon, so it fits over there. This I had to do something very interesting because there was a hexagon. I had to put my own peg. I glued it in there, and then I put a mini peg in there, and then I cut this from a Play School Mr. Potato Head, and this came from a Mr. Potato Head from Play School Toy Story 4 in 2019, and then I was able to kind of clip it on right here, so it can go on the modded Potato Head just fine. And if he's like, gee, I gotta shave, you can take it off. And the shape like this is more movie accurate. It came out like that in the movie, so that's why I went with this as my modified Mr. Potato Head. It was the best I could do since I was making the pieces myself, and I'm just happy that it worked out and it looks fantastic. And yes, this is from Toy Story Collection, so that's why the nose are going to match exactly. The only difference is the mustaches are different because this is a collection mustache and this is a Play School Toy Story 4 2019 mustache that came out when Toy Story 4 came out to market. Now we're down to the mouth. So the mouth on this one is a Play School Toy Story 4 mouth. The peg is really long, I don't know why. And these lips look movie accurate. So if you look at the movie when he's in toy mode, it definitely looks more like this. And that's why I like this mouth. And obviously in collection it's more cartoony and fun because it is made to be a toy. So basically his mouth is open and he has really red lips. It looks like Potato Head in alive mode when he's more alive. Looking at the mouths, it's nice to get different animated mouths. So I think that looks really cool. And that was really neat to include, but it's way different from what we saw in Toy Story 1 for movie accurate mouth and lips. And this looks really close to that. So this are Toy Story Collection shoes I got from another Potato Head, and I modified and put a peg in there. And that's how I'm able to do separate shoes. So yeah, it's not perfect, but I think it's perfect for what I needed. And I mixed my own color paint for this blue. So you can tell the original blue was a little too dark. So I painted so it looks more turquoise, which I really think looks really awesome and more like the movie. Collection version, obviously these are going to be the same shoes except I unscrewed this panel to take it off. And so now it looks more like the movie. And then obviously the original Toy Story Collection Potato Head, it's too light of a turquoise. I think it looks more like this. It's a darker turquoise blue or aqua blue that I saw in the movie, so that's why I changed the color. And I don't like the stilts here. It's a shame you can't take this out like the movie because it's an electronic toy. There's a switch there and everything, so he wobbles basically, and this is more like the movie. So that's major differences for the shoes, definitely between movie accurate with the peg modified and the collection version of what we got. So looking at the Potato Head body, obviously you have the different size pegs. These are round circles, these are not. Different shape there. On the side, this body is missing a booty. I wish he had a booty like this one because that's how he was in the film. That's the only thing I would change, is he should have a bigger booty. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. And then here on the back, batteries. So if you notice, I put a magnet here and there's another magnet in there because sometimes the battery compartment would fall open. So that magnet keeps it in place, and then I just pull it back out. And yes, I could fit all those parts in there, which is nice. Which is true to the movie, and I wish the collection version did that, but it's more a gimmick toy. I did cut a hole in the top. He does have a hole in the top like the movie there. So yeah, that's the difference between the Potato Head bodies. This is definitely not perfect, but it's more movie accurate than what we got from Thinkway Toys. But I love them both, and they're both different and unique in their own ways. I just like that the movie accurate one is still movie accurate scale and size, like the collection Potato Head body. Well, there you have it, my movie accurate Mr. Potato Head with Toy Story Collection Potato Head. Hope you enjoyed my new comparison series. I'm going to be making more in the future. As always, partners, thank you for watching, for subscribing. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're alerted for future videos. And I'll see you, partners, all in the next video review.
You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear. You're an action figure.
You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man.
You are a child's plaything.
Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.